Hey guys, how's it going? That was loud. Hey guys, how's it going? I am so excited to be doing this. I am doing a container, one for me and one for Ashley. Ashley is my next door neighbor. She doesn't know that I'm doing this. Freya is super interested in whatever it is I'm doing. I have these two urns right here that I picked up last winter time, and I used them in substitute of trying to find something for our front porch, and I ended up going back with the old containers that I actually currently had up there. I just ended up painting them and it looks a lot better. So I have these two containers that just aren't 100% my style, but I thought that they would just be pretty to just fill up with something. So I'm going to do one container for me and one container for my next door neighbor, Ashley, and it's gonna be really good. So let me show you guys what all I have and then we will fill these up. I have a box. So let me show you guys. This was all just picked up at Lowe's. I'll tell you guys the price of everything that I've got here. And I'm gonna do one container that is pink and one container that is blue. And I'm really excited about it. I've never done something like this. So we'll start with the pink container. I picked up two of these. These are the Super Cal Premium Purple Dawn Pachoas. And I am so excited about these. These are gonna be so pretty as they kind of like spill over the edges. So I have two of these for this project. I'm really excited about these. I paid $7.48 each for these. These get 12 to 16 inches tall and 24 to 36 inches wide, and they want full sun. So I do expect them to not get nearly as big just because I'm growing them in a kind of a small container. One is probably more than enough. We'll see how I feel. This is the next one that I picked up right here. This is the Star Cluster Apple Blossom Pentas, and I am really excited about this flower. I paid $10.98 for this from Lowe's. This is a full sun, 6 hours, 18 to 24 inches tall and 16 to 20 inches wide. So it should get taller than it will be wide. Look at that. That is gonna be so good together. And then for this container, the last thing that I picked up was a lantana. This is Bandana Rose Lantana. This is also $10.98. I love the coloring on this. It is mostly pink with just a little teeny tiny bit of yellow on it. 20 to 26 inches tall, 24 to 36 inches wide. This is a little bit more of a compact one. Most lantanas get absolutely massive, so I thought that this would be really good for a container. So I've got technically 3 plants to go in this. I do have another one just in case, because where this is going, it's going to be mostly sun, but there's going to be a backside to it where it's going to get shade. So I also have an Ipomea or a sweet potato vine. This is called Sidekick Black. This was $5.98. It has a little bit of slug damage, and that is my fault. I've had this plant for a while, and there's been an infestation of slugs on my property. I'm checking to see if there's even any slugs on the roots because I've already had that happen a few times. No slugs on the roots. Slugs are my worst enemy right now. So this should also be good kind of as like a trailing plant to really go down. This one wants shade basically. It can handle some sun. 12 to 18 inches tall, 24 to 36 inches wide. This is more just used as like a spiller plant instead of like a big huge showy piece. And then for our blue container, which I'm really excited about, it's gonna be like blue, silvery, white color. I picked up this daisy right here and it is so pretty. This is called Freak and it's a Shasta daisy. This was $12.98. It gets 13 inches tall and 21 inches wide, and it is so pretty. I love the blooms on this. I think that that's gonna be so pretty. This is kind of gonna be my back piece to this container. I'm not sure which container I'm gonna bring over to Ashley's yet. I'm thinking blue because her front door is blue. And then the next thing that I picked up was a Summer Cloud Larkspur. This was also $12.98. This one can handle like 6 hours of sun, so partial sun, 24 to 28 inches tall and 12 to 15 inches wide, and I love Larkspur. I think Brent wants to keep the blue one, but we will see. The other thing for the blue container that I have is a little bit of Diachondra Silver Falls. I just love Diachondra so much. It's one of my favorites. This is one that's just gonna spill and just take over the entire side of the planter. It's gonna be so gorgeous. I think it's gonna be really, really pretty. I have Diachondra in a couple places on the property and it's really one of my favorite plants. And the last thing that I have is this Beach Bum Blue Evolve US. I paid $10.98 for this, 6 inches tall, 12 inches wide, and it's supposed to get these really pretty blue flowers. I've never grown this before, so we'll see if it goes over to Ashley's or not. Like I said, she's either gonna get the blue or she's gonna get the pink. I think Brent really wants to keep the blue one, but I think the blue would match better at her house. We do a lot of pink here, so I think blue would stand out too much. So we're just gonna get to planting now. What I do need to do is I need to go on the bottom side of these, and I need to put some drainage in the bottom of these. They have one hole, which is where I ran the irrigation up. I need to put a second hole just to make it so it has enough drainage. So I just have a drill with a 1/4 inch drill bit attached, and we're just gonna go ahead, go in here. Now that we have those full, we're gonna run irrigation through these. That way they are something that nobody has to worry about. I'm really bad about doing that. So I'm just gonna run some black poly up the bottom, and then I'll be able to attach an emitter. What I do like about these is that there are little notches on the bottom of these containers so the irrigation can go underneath it and it doesn't make it super wobbly. The other containers that I currently have are super wobbly. So I'm not going to add my irrigation on this until I get the soil in and until I get it planted. And I'm going to go in with a ring of irrigation just because there are a lot of plants in these containers and they are going to be pretty thirsty. So I have this in here so that way I don't have to run it up the back. You can totally run it up the back. That's personal preference. I don't like the look of seeing the irrigation, so I try to go up the bottom of any container that I possibly can. That way you don't ever see it, and it just completely disappears. So let's get this full of soil now and get to planting, and I think we'll start with the pink one. I'm gonna set this aside and I'm just gonna do the irrigation and the soil in the next one too. On this one, however, I'm not gonna cut the bottom off of it. I'm just gonna leave it all attached, and this one will go over to Ashley's just so I can immediately hook it up into irrigation for her. We're gonna start with Ashley's, and she's gonna get the blue one, just because I gotta make that decision now. So I would just quickly like to lay my plants out just to make sure that it's exactly how I want them to sit, and I like the way that they all kind of play together. So I'm thinking this will be the back. This area gets more sun, this area gets a little less. So it's gonna go something kind of like this. So it'll be silver and white and blue and blue. So they kind of like play off of each other a little bit, and I think it'll be really good. And then I'm just gonna go in with a little tiny bit of fertilizer, just a handful, maybe 2. I think it looks pretty good. I'm really happy with that. With this irrigation, that looks so good. I am so happy with that. That's gonna be so beautiful on her front porch. I'm just gonna drop this off. I'll film dropping it off. I don't even know if she's home yet, but I'm just gonna hook it up to irrigation on her front porch anyways. Let's move on to the next one. So this is gonna be a full sun one. This one is gonna be so much fun. This is called Apple Blossom. I don't know why, but this just reminds me of like cotton candy. I think it's really, really pretty. I've never grown this plant before, so I am excited to get my hands on it. And the roots look amazing on this. So this is gonna be a back piece. That is already gorgeous. Next, we're gonna go in with that lantana. Beautiful pink super cows. Look at the roots on that. That is a happy plant. I am going to plant both of the super cows, but I am going to plant the Ipomoea, the sweet potato vine, back here, and that's going to kind of trail down this back side over here, and it's going to get a lot of protection from the sun because Ipomoeas don't really love that. So I'm going to plant both super cows in here. So it'll kind of sit like this. This will be the middle, and then I will have one side towards the center full of the pechoas, the super cows, and then this side will have the lantana, and then trailing down the back of it is kind of a little secret of the sweet potato vine. These look so good. I'm so happy with how these turned out. They're gonna be so pretty. So let's go place this one somewhere around our property and drop that one over off at Ashley's house. It's fine. It's fine. Doesn't matter. It's fine. We'll water that in real nicely. Let's go. Off to Ashley's house we go with irrigation. All right, guys, I'm gonna call that a success. Operation Sneak a Planter over to the neighbor's house. We did it. We didn't get caught. She still hasn't texted me back. I've shot her a text. I am gonna go over and try to get some like close-up shots of it because I didn't get any close-up shots before we went over there. So I'm gonna pop those up right now of the close-ups of the planter and watering both of these in. And now we're gonna say goodbye. So I will see you all in the next video. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. You know, I love taking care of the neighbors like that. I love doing random things for the neighbors. I think it's a lot of fun. So I hope that you guys enjoyed the video, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye, guys. What did you think about it, Mason?